between those two guys.
Well, these are the teams that were expected on paper to get here to the grand final, and they've both lived up to expectations. Who will win and claim the National Youth Championships crown, though, is yet to be seen as they await the touch. Saw the support from their teammates there from South Queensland Sharks and Scorps camps. As we saw them come through the tunnel earlier. Can they keep their nerves together in the heat of the moment? Rico Masters, the ball early there, working their way out wide, just trying to spread out the players really early on in the set here. And Chase Geros as well is involved in the play, tries to tip it on, ball goes to ground, so no luck in the first set here.
Yeah, casual little tap on there. I don't mind that for the start of a grand final, but yeah, and here come the Sharks now, trying to truck the ball out of their own end, and nice safe first three, and then they're working up with this latch, and yeah, they'll pick up the intensity in the back end with a couple of touches to go.
A pacey start here, nice attempt at the cutout ball, and both teams showing an early inclination to throw that extra pass and just test out the defence. So the Scorpions here, gee, this is going to be a competitive matchup. And bouncing out now, Stan Clark plays the ball, running through is the number 8 for the Scorps, Taj Thompson, but he can't quite connect. The ball was a little bit high there, he got a bit excited.
Yeah, and just a late pass there at the end, and the Sharks are let off the hook there.
So Max Henderson, and that's a good call, by the way, Carly.
I know. Do you like what I did there?
I love a fishing pun. And back on the halfway mark now, the Sharks, they will look to strike first, if possible. Fifth and last touch is going to be called there, dummy half court, and it's Jeremiah Watts who couldn't quite make it through there.
Yeah, but I love Jeremiah Watts' lovely direct line, and that's going to be a weapon the longer this game goes on.
It's sure to be. As the Scorpions limber up well over halfway. It only takes them a couple of steps and they're there. There was a touch made, but they've skipped into the in goal because he was offside. Fender gets the ball out wide. If they haven't gone over the dead ball line, which they haven't, it will be called a try. First blood drawn there. Sydney Scorpions up 1-0.
Yeah, fantastic piece of play there from Fender. Showed great game awareness there. Took a couple of steps out of half, realised the defender was offside, continued to run forward, checked with the ref, and through he went. And then the ever-present Alex McElwraith in the corner to dot down there for the Scorpions, and they're right out, off to a flyer with a 1-0 lead.
Credit to the winger for staying nice and wide, not checking out of the play. He's done a good job there. McElwraith. And the Sharks on the 7-metre mark will look out to the left edge, hoping for a touch pass, but instead the Scorpions benefit from Sharks attacker stepping on the line.
Yeah, and that's not the first time we're going to see that passive play out the back from the Sharks boys. It's been a feature of their tournament, so keep your eye on that particular play.
So they are a bit of a problem there with their box set. It's going to be a penalty blown in favour of the Sharkies. They need to hit back on the scoreboard. Plenty of time, obviously. We won't start talking about that, but Watson there will be working with Chase Davis on this left edge. See if the ball's away, and he slams it down in the in goal and spins it back to halfway. 1-1 is the score.
Yeah, that's a classy try there for the Sharks. Fantastic little short side play. They just worked the numbers beautifully there. Didn't seem like there was much doing there, but it was beautiful hands there, and featuring quite heavily there was Chase Davis. He had a fantastic national championships for the 15s up in Darwin last month, and he's continued on that good form here with another silky display already there with his hands.
Penalty called. Referee signalling to his head. So, bit of a hard touch made there in the ruck. And the Scorpions 3 and 4. Henderson and Stan Clark working together with the 22. Fotumoala. They can't quite crack the line yet. Plenty of patient play to be seen here, though. Just the poise of these two teams. Play the out ball and it goes to ground.
Yeah, really nice defence there from the Sharks. They handle that attacking set with aplomb there, and nice heads-up footy there. The shooter came flying out of the line and recycled the ball from the link to the winger, and then they've got some great flow here, the Sharks.
Fifth and last, but they've still got plenty of pace. Killing it there in the corner. Patrick Lamb, happy to not risk all too much. Scorpions, though, back on the attack. That look forward from the ruck. Referees don't quite agree on this occasion. Up from dummy half, fifth and last.
That might be a little bit of justice there, because it looked like it was a little bit forward there, mate. It'll be interesting to see how the Scorps bounce back here. They had the game went to a drop-off with Hornets in the semi-finals. So, it'll be very, very interesting to see if the Scorpions can maintain the speed as this game continues.
Legs will be part of the equation here, and the winger, perhaps not even seeing the Sharks winger on the field there, thought that he was off and away.
Yeah, and a forward pass. Yeah. And this has been the rule of the tournament, hasn't it? And, on finals day, you really want to try and get those things right, because those 1%ers are the ones that can come back and bite you, especially if you're a Shark. You wouldn't like to be bitten, would you?
Absolutely not. You want to make sure all those combinations are locked and loaded, ready to go for this matchup. Play through is the call.
Yeah.
The refs eventually bring it back. No advantage there, so 6 more touches on the halfway line.
Yeah, that was really sensible refereeing. He played the advantage. There wasn't any. Took it back, gave the boys the penalty reset, and interesting to see what Sharks do with this set of 6.
The ball there, Carter Skinner, experienced player out in the middle. Skinner for the line.
Looking for the play through there.
And the referees said everyone's on, so it's fair enough. Medved makes the critical touch. And see if they can make this left edge work again. And this is where they like to score, the Sharks. They've done it again.
Yeah, this is going to look fantastic on the replay there, Jack. It was a really, really nice start to the set from the Sharks. They just, worked for the off-centre dump and basically worked the Scorpions' defence over. Came in out of half and he just went whack, one step and release, and that's a fantastic long ball from Matiara? How would we say his name there? Help me out there, Jack.
Whereabouts are you? I know that the try scorer was Mason Hartley, but the number 7, Toki Matari.
I love his name.
So
I'll work on that for you. My apologies, young man.
You're good. And that will be 2-1 for the Sharks. So, names aside, they are definitely stoked to get the try there. And the touch is made. So, Scorpions don't hit back right away. Still just one touch in it. 8 minutes gone in this first half. So, fairly low scoring. The teams, by now, they've felt each other out. So, now we start to see strategic changes made.
Yeah, and this is a fantastic rucking set here, Jack. Like the Sharks have marched upfield purposefully, and they look like they've got an overlap, and 6 to go there. That was an intervention that had to be made there by the Scorpions defender. That was fantastic flow from the Sharks, and they look like they're really starting to get on top in this field position battle.
And Fotu Moala does give away a penalty as well, which probably wasn't as necessary. And now on this left edge again, shooting up in defence there is a 20 for the Scorpions. Bay Mitchell makes an important touch. Yeah,
the winger was free. I could just about hear him screaming from here for that footy. But, hopefully another opportunity will come his way soon.
They're going to have to shut things down. These out on the wing, they're just creating the space here at the moment, the Sharks, and that's why they're one in front. They were looking for more. The ball's gone forward this time.
Yeah, a little middle bounce, bit old school there. I love it. Down in that coaching box, I can see some veterans of the game. So I reckon they've had a bit of an influence there, along with Skinner, with the type of attack that the Sharks boys are running.
The Scorpions, little tumble over the halfway line. Nothing in that, obviously. Henderson will be on the right-hand side here, but they instead sort of passive out the back. And 6 more is the call. Took a deflection off Deegan Schroeder. see what they can do with a full set of 6 here. And once again, it's Henderson and Clark who'll be calling the shots in the middle. They're asking the defence to get forward, move forward. And offside will be the call, not moving forward rather, which means we'll see another 6 touches.
Yeah, very good decision there. I think that's Ant Smith out there, and I think that was a fantastic call.
Henderson to Clark. Clark, yeah, they're forming a dynamic duo here in the middle. Might need to look for that sort of bounce-out option to make it work. They've got Medved on the left, plenty of pace, that's for sure. Picking up again, Henderson goes for the rooster, does get the ball back but can't get it away.
Oh, no.
And yeah, ball's gone aground there. I think he might have got the ball back. And,
that was really resolute defence there from the Sharks middles. They were under all sorts of pressures and then unfortunately tried to push the pass. That's certainly what you don't need after you've done such a fantastic job to be able to defend. So often, after you make a great stop, the job's not done. We always talk about earning the right to sub. Work really hard, get the ball to the box, and when you get off, you can get your drink of water well earned. But hopefully that won't hurt the Sharks too much, and they can keep the Scorps out because they're looking very, very dangerous with ball in hand.
Well, the Athlete scoreboard at 2-1, so certainly has created interest here around the stadium. Seats really filling up now as we near our 18s finals. Close to the line now. This again is the call, and seems to have come off the South Queensland Sharks' hand there, so they will get more touches. Very nearly got a try as well. Sweeper play is on. They're throwing the ball early. Possibly unnecessary to throw that ball on first touch, but they're ambitious.
That's right. They had a few more touches up their sleeves and probably needed to be a little bit more patient. Now, this will be interesting because Sharks really do need to get the ball down the other end of the field, so no risk plays, just getting the ball through the middle or getting their subs on is really, really important right now because they've been under enormous pressure these last few minutes.
Important consolidation set here. Getting another try on the board would see them move ahead by 2 tries for the first time in the match. Push is called there. So, physicality of the game starting to creep in the latter stages of this first half. Ball back in hands now on the quickie. Oh. Dishes back on the inside and a great touch there by the 22, Fotu Moala for the Sydney Scorpions. And Noah Fien looking at his options there. Penalty blown for not moving forward. So we've seen a little bit of that, and there's some strategy to this as well, of course. They want to reset the line now, and they're pushing the limits with the referees, but the referees are all over it. Sharks close to the line here, and diving. The ball's down. He rips it back towards halfway. Tiamo Kalani take a bow. That was a great little finish there.
Yeah, the work from Quade Wakatari with him was quite special there. He rolled him on expertly. There's the art to running a quickie really well, and that was a rolling quickie, and it was done with absolute precision by the Sharks boys, and that puts them out to a 2-1 lead here, Jack.
And Tiamo actually threw that ball back to halfway. It landed on the spot. He was pretty proud of himself there for that and the try. So the
extra
Scorpions,
point for that?
yeah, you might should get an extra point, half point. I think Scott was trying to invent yesterday. So here go the Scorps on the rooster. They go back to the longest side here. Touch is made. The Sharks now being beckoned to move forwards. As we get to last, nothing much happening there. Can't get the ball away. Certainly looked to play direct there, the Scorpions, but the Sharks' defence were up to the task.
Yep, absolutely. And this is such an absorbing battle here, and a little bit of space on this edge here for the Sharks.
Running the ball early. Those extra metres we so commonly see in this part of the field. See what they can do here. So number 12 playing the ball. And almost running away. The referee just figuring out what the best call is there. Yes, he's taken the time to ask the players. It's 5th and last. I see a static play. And Carter Skinner will likely kill things here or go for the late switch.
Yeah, nice little play on the 5th touch. Nothing doing if people want to play a nice flat straight line. Nice late switch is definitely your play to try and find a bit of a breach there.
So a hard touch made on the sideline, and all's fair in love and war there from both sides. Just physicality of our game. Scorpions, we've seen this combination a couple of times before. They drive in hard there and thought they might look to Henderson, but they've preferred to play the cutout ball on each occasion here. 6 touches. Yeah, they're still working really hard to get their second try on the board, the Scorpions, but no luck as of yet.
Yeah, we saw the Scorpions run that passive play, and that's the second time that the Sharks winger has been able to knock him off.
Oh, and look at the show of pace here from the Sharks link. What a touch as well. Jeremiah Watts. Gee, looked like Usain Bolt down the left flank. Doesn't quite get away from them, though. Scorpions equally as quick. Remarkable pace on display.
And that's a great pickup from the referee. As the player picked up the ball to go to take the offside player, he reached out his hand and he made the touch on the offside player. That gets counted as a touch, unfortunately. So great pickup from the referee.
Yeah, it's a little, for the touch heads out there, that's almost like a touch nerd one there that you love to see when that's picked up. Beautiful stuff. And the Scorpions, a little passive ball out the back, goes to ground. Still 2-1. Scorpions can't crack this line defence, but to be fair, the Sharks haven't managed to crack down the other end either.
Yeah, no, it's just, as we said, it's ebbing and flowing, and it's an absorbing contest. My point before about the passive line, we said this second time that the Sharks, and they attempted the sneaky play down the sideline there. Second time that the Sharks winger has done it. We'll stop that and we'll just keep running because he's burst through from acting half.
Oh, and he almost trickles over the touchline there, but 6 again is the call. So saving a try there, the Scorpions. Number 5, James Patchett, comes in from the wing.
Yeah, and this will be a critical set right here with about 3 and a bit minutes to go here. A breach here would really put the Sharks up, and they'd have their tails up if they can score here.
Tries to go through the fortress there, but enough players to solve all the problems. Shaping up well here, the Scorpions. Good touch by the 19, Hunter Jones. Sharks will try their luck on the right edge. Maybe back to the left.
Yeah, a little quarterback play and, forward pass.
Yeah, we've been seeing quite a bit of that throughout the day, and that was certainly a tight call. Hayden Watson involved in the play there.
Yeah, it's one of those plays, a quarterback, when you release the ball, if he can just drop back, the guy that passes the ball is going to receive it on the bounce back. Best that he comes backwards a little bit just to make sure that pass doesn't go forward, but people become lateral and go sideways, and it's a 50-50 for the refs. So, take that step back and give yourself a little bit of insurance.
And they probably did have time to do that too. Obviously, it's easy to say from up here.
Oh,
but
100%.
They just small learnings here for these 16 boys, many of whom will be in the 18s division next year, and after that the Open, so it all goes pretty quickly. The Sharks playing the ball 25 metres out from the line. It can be dangerous from this position, but that's 6 touches. From the sideline we hear the call.
7 on?
Oh, it is 7 on. So a couple of infringements on this side of the field. It's been cursed throughout the day so far. We've seen a lot of calls right in that exact spot for 7 on. Well,
this is the thing. There have been 3 major rules that the referees have been targeting, in this tournament. It's your forward pass, it's the interchange, and it's not moving forward off the line. And they've been the 3 things. And so any of the smart coaches out there, you are absolutely schooling your players on the necessity to get those things as right as you possibly can.
Right at the death of the first half here. Look at that. Through the hands, that passive ball you've been talking about all half, Carly. And this time it brings in the goodies. It's 2-2. They've equalised here with just seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, the Scorps have got this one right finally. They've thrown a couple of left to right passives, and this time they went right to left. And the difference between the execution of this one and the ones before is that the runner had stayed nice and tucked in, which means that the winger has to come further in to be able to make the touch. They were too lateral on the first 2, and the Sharks winger was able to smash them. So great coaching from the Scorps box and great adjustments from the boys.
23, Alex McElwraith with good hands there. Catches a bullet ball to score. And it's looking more like we're heading to half-time with an equal score, but the Sharks, can they have the last laugh here before the buzzer goes? Throwing the ball away, risky penalty call. And they didn't quite make their line. The quick tap, and it's picked up in defence.
Yeah.
Not going to be caught
on
napping.
The spot to make a fantastic call there on that touch-and-go decision.
So, Dumawala, and there's the buzzer. So, it's fifth. That's going to be it. Yep. I was just wondering if we were getting another penalty blown there, but we're not. The first half ends 2-2 here between the Sydney Scorpions and the South Queensland Sharks in this National 16 Boys final here at the DoorDash National Youth Championships. Carly, what are you expecting in the second half?
Oh, it's evenly poised here. This is an even money bet, and we thought it would be, Jack. It could go either way. It'd be interesting to see the modifications that get made by the coaches at half-time, but certainly looking forward to an enthralling second half coming our way soon.
Should be a cracker. Well, don't go anywhere. Live on KO and Sky Sport next. Well, we're back here at Sunshine Coast Stadium. The sun is out this afternoon here for our grand final, the 16 boys division. It's 2-2 here between the Sydney Scorpions and the South Queensland Sharks. I got Carly Banks in the commentary box. It should be a thrilling second half.
Yeah, it really should be quite an enthralling contest. There's been nothing in it this first half, Jack, and really, really excited to see how this one's going to play out.
We've got our referee names as well before the tap-off here for the finals. Thought we'd shout them out as well. Charlie Cheesley, Rob McKay, and you already mentioned Ant Smith. So some of the best referees in the game. Very experienced, of course. And one of the other factors that need to be accounted for here is keeping up with the game speed-wise, which is obviously a huge challenge with these pacey teams out on the field right now. But picking up is Watson here early. He dishes wide. Should be really interesting to see what attacking channels they go through and look for those small changes, Carly, that you mentioned before we went to break.
Yeah, 100%. Really, really good first defensive set there from the Scorpions. They handled what Sharks threw at them in that first set, quite well. So they'll be quite relieved with that as they bring the ball towards their box on 3 and looking for their latch play now.
And here they come, shaped up nicely. Got momentum coming forward, but falling to the ground, so they are going to... Whoa, look at the...
It's a dive-a-thon.
Hands here, they're diving on the ground, picking it up. Looks like classic catches in the pool in summer. Yeah. And yeah, they'll try and make something of this set. It's been somewhat clunky, and actually they're going to get a bit of a push call there. Referee was playing advantage, but there was none. Yeah,
that's a fortuitous call there for the Scorpions, and let's see if they can make the Sharks pay. Okay. And a forced substitution as well for the Sharks player.
So, time is of the essence in terms of the forced sub here. They've decided to go for a quickie on the short side. And, it's a try. So they have benefited. They're jumping and chest pumping each other there. That's 3-2 now in favour of the Scorpions. So, yeah, that forced sub was the bane of the South Queensland Sharks. Yeah, fantastic opportunistic piece of play there from Tyrone Fender. He got the best body position on his quickie and he got down low and underneath the South Queensland Sharks defender. And, here we are. We're all tied up here at 3-3. Stoked with that. And should be curious to see whether or not Sharks can get in here. Trying to get the ball out to the wing. And they've scored yet another try here, the Sharks. And by my calculations, that's actually evened it up now. I believe it should be 3-3. The halftime score 2-2. So scoreboard here live at the stadium might be one try out.
Yeah, what a fantastic piece of play by the Sharkies and a great hit back straight away. The number 12, he's had a fantastic game so far for the Sharkies, and then he's linked up with his winger, and he's now given the Sharkies another try.
Scorpions here, close to the opposition line. They'll play the ball 7 out. Nice out ball there. Do they have the space to get the ball down? Fifth and last. That's beautiful defensive work from Chase Davis.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player, Chase Davis, both in attack and defence, and he's come up with a big play for his team right there.
And the Sharks here, they get the ball back. They'll be pleased with that. Good defence. And playing the ball now, working their way towards the box. They'll get those fresh legs on. It's been a fairly structured box so far. I like that little cheeky there from Jeremiah Watts. He was actually potentially staying alive for that out ball down the wing. Or a little sneaky, I guess, is probably the better name for it. But they've got space. And that passive has just been paying dividends all match so far. It's been one of the main try-scoring weapons for both teams. And Jeremiah Watts, he just keeps getting himself in good try-scoring position.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic piece of play there from the Sharks. And, you know, both teams have done really, really well in terms of making the adjustments that they need on those lines, you know, to be able to run that play. And that's a wonderful long ball there out the back with the passive from Hayden Watson. And, yeah, the Sharks go up now 4-3.
Sharks up 4-3. The coach beckoning that it might be 5. So we're just doing a little scoreboard check. And the Scorpions, they're about 15 metres out from the line now. Playing the ball close to the line, 7 metres, trying to dive for the line. That's fifth and last.
Yeah, I love the work from Rico Masters. Very, very good piece of play there, and he nearly sneaked through.
Sharks bouncing back. And they'll look to put another try on the scoreboard as soon as possible here. Athlete scoreboard. Still looking for that update. And fresh legs on. So they haven't quite got forward momentum here or any sort of latch play, but the new legs mean they will probably get a strike play at the back end of this set. Scooping through now is the number 8. It's Noah Fien. And that was interesting bit of contact there, so it will be a penalty.
Yeah, penalty there, and yeah, Ant Smith's all over that one, and yeah, just a little accidental, threw the hand out, and yeah, no harm, no foul. He's okay. They'll go back and we'll see what they can do with this set here. This is a very important set now for the Sharks. The Scorpions have to work really, really hard defensively here.
So the Sharks, they're over there. That's going to be called all clear. And, yeah, they're starting to skip away a little bit on the scoreboard now. Got a little bit of a lead there.
Yeah, that was just all class. It looked a little bit too easy, didn't it? But it was well constructed by the Sharkies. They took their time. Carter Skinner off the quickie, bang, and just found space. And, yeah, that's a very important try now for the Sharks to take them out to a big 6-3 lead.
3 in front and working their advantage here. The Scorpions going for the line. 16 boys, hotly contested division. Neither of these teams have lost to date in the competition, so I look to storm to victory here. Picking up from dummy half is Foto Moala, and it's a intercept. He'll play the ball. That's really smart to play that straight away, but
there's offside.
The referees call offside. Gee, I thought we were in for an interesting set there.
Yeah, and this is the opportunity with you know, just under 30 minutes to play here. The Scorpions really need you know, to put one on the board now, just to put some scoreboard pressure back onto the Sharks.
Scorps within the 7. They just draw it back out a little bit. Oh, the footwork, he does create the overlap. They're going to get it away, dive into the corner, hammers the ball down on the ground. And it's just that footwork there from the 28, Tararoa Low, for the Scorpions, just throws them all off balance, the defence. Yeah,
that's an exciting piece of play. There wasn't a lot doing there. The boys just shopped around, and then a lovely catch, pass, release, and in the corner for the winger. And that bridges the gap, and we're back to 6-4, and it's still game on here, Jack.
It's close as ever. And the Sharks They don't want to be messing around too much here. They'll want to put another try or two on the board. Uncontested. Scorpions, well, they'll surely have other ideas. Picking up his... the number 12 there, second phase play. They're going to play on out into the corner. Caught napping the defence. They were calling no touch, but it was initiated on the Scorps middle, so they don't have legs to stand on in that respect.
Yeah, and this Sharkies attack is very well polished. Whatever Skinner said at half-time was really, really timely, because the boys have just been able to, address the fact that the Scorpions boys are a bit, a bit quick to shut, and they've played phase for the last couple of tries, and this is really them starting to get into their groove. So, Scorps will have to work really, really hard so they don't kick away again here on them.
Well, still 11 minutes to play. 3 tries in it, Scorps on the attack. Working together there is Stan Clark and Max Henderson, who have been working together all day. Thompson as well makes up that trio. They'll look for the long out ball, and all the ideas were right there. That was a perfect play, except the execution on the final pass.
Absolutely, Jack. They won't be too upset by that because of the fact that it was a correct play, just the execution was a little bit off there. But, that'll definitely be a well that they go to again.
Unlucky in attack there. Space through the middle of the park, actually. A little heads-up footy on the sweep there, and they might have been able to take advantage of that space. They've certainly got the boots for that kind of speed. Now, the number 8, Noah Fien, who's been an option for them from dummy half a lot today. Can't get through on that occasion. As the Scorpions work their way back, and the ball's just sort of rolled forwards a little bit there after the play ball. A little bit sloppy.
Yeah, we'll see what the Sharks can do with this set. They've got a chance to really ice the game, or sort of put it out, of reach here, Scorpions, if they manage to score in this set, I think, Jack.
I think you might be right, Carly. Here they go, close to the line. Dive, and coming off. Yeah, there will be an offside call, which is fair enough on that first attempt. The second one successful, though, from Taj Thompson. So the Sharks can reset their attacking line. Out ball, touch made, good shooting defence again from Thompson. And an issue with the roll ball there. Referee wasn't happy, so the Scorps get the ball. Error-riddled minute or two there in the game, but it's possibly a sign of nerves out there for these 16 boys. Just time to settle down now and complete sets.
Yeah, it's really, really important here that they just keep going and keep probing away and stick to their plan as much as they possibly can.
Probably running out of options here, and he's just not willing to admit that it was over. Jeros there. He thought he'd try and bamboozle the defence. No luck on that occasion. Good defensive effort there, but caught behind the ruck. And referees say he hasn't quite made it back on side. So the 22, Fotu Moala, is the offside player. Sharks in good field position. Still looking for the cherry on top here. 3 tries is doable from this in this amount of time, but 4 would be pretty tough, as we see the 4th touch made on Toki Mautari for the South Queensland Sharks. He wants the ball back again. Trying to work. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is exquisite. That is a fantastic piece of play. The little pass around the back, that is going to look sensational on the replay, Jack. And the Sharks now have taken this out to an 8-4 lead. Yeah, looks fantastic. Gets in behind. He goes to the line, plays direct, gets behind the defender and reaches out and plants it down to put this game, I think, on ice with 7 minutes to go already.
Toki Mautairi with that amazing ball behind the defence, and that's going to end up in the highlight reel
100%.
Later today. Touch Football Australia socials. 4 tries. Scorpions realistically need to hit back in the next set or two if they're going to contest the championship here at the tail end. Right to left ball's going to go to ground. Really sensible choice from the winger there not to look too hard for the intercept and just go, you know what, this ball, I'm either going to make the touch or it's going to go to ground.
Yeah, the Scorps are toiling really hard. As I mentioned earlier, they had an absolute epic battle with Hornets out on field 3 and got to this grand final off the back of extra time. So whether that effort is starting to take its toll, I think that's a little bit telling, Jack, because things are a little bit slower here for the Scorps than they have been, and the Sharks are full of running. So hopefully the boys can keep running here and put the Sharks under some pressure.
And probably saved the 6 again, saving try-saver really, even though it is down the Scorps' own end, because they were gone if that had have reached the winger. Now here, trying to use the legs.
They're digging deep, and they're really trying hard to just keep on going here, and they'll get a strike dump here.
It'll be that Henderson-Clark combination again. Clark picking up 5th and last. He goes early, which is an interesting choice for sure, trying to take advantage of numbers out on the left.
Yeah, he was looking for that passive out the back again, but he really had to engage the defender a little bit more short before stepping back into the space. But, full marks for, all the effort the Scorpions are making to try to peg back this juggernaut that is the South Queensland Sharks. They have been absolutely dominant, today in this division, and they have no signs of stopping running. They're looking for a little fly play out for a 4-on-3 platform.
Here we go again, 5th and last, and they're going to get another try there with that bullet pass at chest level to Jack Heppy-Simon, and that's another try there for the Sharks.
Yeah, this is a really, really classy piece of play. This is such a complete performance in a grand final for Sharks. They've run away with this in the second half, and we still have 5 minutes to play. So, the Scorpions will keep, throwing salvos as much as they can. But, this is a fantastic performance from Sharks. Can't say enough about how good their teamwork is and their passing and, their sense of instinctiveness in terms of playing in the moment. So, full marks to the Sharks, boys. It's been a fairly complete performance here, Jack.
9-4 on the athlete scoreboard, and a right to left ball. Tries to throw the Hail Mary over the back of the head, but not enough time to do so.
Yeah, fantastic read there from the Sharkies winger, Deegan Schroeder. Did a fantastic job there of being able to pick off the passive, and he's got his timing right on that, and that's a fantastic defensive effort.
Well, piggyback off their own line. 10 metres, the Scorpions will need to get back now. Chase Jaros in the middle, communicating with his defenders, and he'll get up here to try and make this touch. It's a good job. Tyler Erickson as well in the middle of the park, and a little issue in the ruck once more. Scorps with the ball now. 5 metres shy of the halfway line.
On. That's what it was.
7 again.
Yes.
So the Scorpions, they really will need to score at this point. 5 tries to equalise is a big ask.
It is a big ask.
I'm ever the optimist, so I'll look at that. I'll look at that and I'll say, okay, there is technically enough time, but given how the Sharks have defended today, unlikely.
Love the optimism, Jack, but regardless, of what happens in these next few minutes, it's been a fantastic effort from the Scorpions, to go all the way to a GF. Like I said, this is a very, very hotly contested division in the 16 boys. There are so many teams, and it was so competitive, and they can be well proud of themselves, and their region can be proud of them for the effort that they've made, to make it all the way to the big dance.
And some big dancing still to be had here. South Queensland Sharks on the switch. And there we go. They'll be straight through and onto the line there. It's the number 7 in again, Doki Matariri, and it's their 10th try of the match. This Sharks outfit, just a stellar performance. The Scorpions, they're absolutely here and up for it. That's to survive a drop-off, obviously, this morning. But
yeah, and they're super excited. I'm just down there, and there are high fives across the board there for the Sharkies box, and lots of hugs and lots of excitement there. Troy Skinner embracing one of his players. He's got Gary Sonder, one of the great legends of our game, also down there in that late switch. That is classic GS7 footy. So you can see the influence that Gary's had on this group as well. So this is a well-deserved title for the Sharkies.
Well, 2 minutes left on the match clock here as we see Stan Clark and Taj Thompson working together. Taj picks up, looks for the rooster. Oh, and the short ball. Is it away? No, so a touch was made. Offside player.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Scorps finish with a try here, Jack. They've been valiant, so it'd be nice to see them get one on the board to finish their tournament.
They've been outdone on the scoreboard in the second half, but it has, of course, been competitive all the way through, diving for the line. And look at the effort there. The effort there from the number 7, Jake Medved, still reaching out with 1:30 on the clock. He knows the result is unambiguous at this point. He's still just trying to get his team over the line one more time, finish on a high. So Stan Clark, or rather Max Henderson, is out there at the moment, working with Clark. And 6 more. So they keep winning the ball back here, but they need to come up with some points.
Giving them every chance to score a try here. It's just a roll ball, yeah. That's exactly what he was indicating.
Clark goes to Henderson, wants the half position, gives early to Medved, and it's just gone through the hands there, and would have been great to see the Scorpions finish with that try, but it has to be said, with 30 seconds on the clock, South Queensland, well, I think they want to finish with this set.
Yeah, absolutely, and they'll just, no risk plays here, they'll just run it down, and they'll enjoy every second of this last set as the clock winds down, and it's going to be a well-deserved victory for the Southwest Queensland Sharks.
And not necessarily looking to go straight through, they just want to settle this, kill the ball with the ball in hand. Or kill the game with the ball in hand, rather, and there is the buzzer, so this will be it. Can they score on the last play? He does indeed. It's the 30, Kalani Te-Amo, and the Sharks running in, and they celebrate victory in the grand final here, the under-16 boys. What a performance. What a great team.
Yeah, fantastic. They did not have a bad player today, Jack. They are so cock-a-hoot with that victory, and so they should be. It's been a very comprehensive performance from the Sharkies today, but as we said, full marks to the Scorpions boys, who battled their way all the way through to the grand final, and they never gave up for the entire duration of the game. So a quality clash in this 16 boys grand final, and